有没有这样？有问题吗 ？Okay, just notes. Good. Notes are good. 有问题吗 ？Okay, well, what about other parts of speaking then? When you want to speak, one problem is pronunciation. 发音是很重要的问题。But what about other problems? What about words? How do you learn more words? 要学新的词，要记得新的字，要可以用多的字，怎么办 ？What do you do? You can write words, right? Actually, that's one of the best answers. To build your vocabulary, if what you need most is words, the best practice is writing. Okay? When you write, the advantage you have is that you have time. Do you know what? When you speak, when you listen, it's right now. Right? No second. You don't have time. But writing and reading gives you time. Right? When you have time, you can be more careful. So, sentences need grammar, but also examples. So if you want to have more examples of sentences, you read. Reading is not about learning words. 第一个语言，你们的语言，看书是给你比较多的字 right? Children who read a lot of books have more words. But that's in your language. The problem with reading for vocabulary is if you have to read and then use a dictionary and read and use a dictionary and that's it, right? It's boring, it's not fun, and you don't gain much. So with reading, you get what you want, you get a lot of examples. 有很多的句子。所以多可以看，多可以了解，有比较多的类型，you have more patterns that you see. So when you speak, you have different ways of saying the same thing, right? It's a beautiful day, so we should go to the beach. We should go to the beach because it's a beautiful day, right? Learning other ways of saying the same thing helps you to speak, because then if you forget a word or if you start with the wrong word, you can still finish your idea. Okay? But for vocabulary, for words, 最好就是写 I go to school. 这个试试看 Write this idea 5 ways. 是短短的句子 right? Just write it 5 ways and make each sentence different. Okay, write down, I go to school. 一样的想法，不同的字，不同的句子，试试看。I go to school, 5 different sentences, 5 different ways to say the same thing. 试试看，写5个句子，意思说 I go to school， 需要用不一样的字，不一样的句子，不一样的玩法，但是一样的意思。 Okay, so what do we have? Everybody read one example. So, you get paid. I drive to school. Okay. This word we can change. Okay? You do that? Okay. I walk to school. That one also works. But we just need to fix the grammar. I am, first of all, I am go. 我们有两个动词. So like I am going, right? Okay. I fly to school. That works, right? I as much. Okay. I arrive at school. Okay, that's a different one. So, I go, fly, walk. Okay. All right. What about you guys? Yes, yes. That's it. I want. Okay. So I want. Here's what I want. Go. I said I want. Here's what I want. Go. I want to go. Right. Good. All right. And yours? Okay, it's already there. Okay. All right. What about yours? Just again. It's okay, don't worry. Okay. I will go. Okay, good. We end this one right now. Okay, I went to school. Those are all different ideas. Okay, I'm going good. I'll just use go, okay? Now, only one person used a different word from school. If I say I go to school, we go to school, and who young one? Now, there are some differences. If you change this to I walk, I fly, I drive, 是差不多一样的意思。If what you say is I go now, or this is how I go. 有一个很简单的想法。I go to school, so what am I? A student. I am a student. 一样的意思，对不对？ Okay. I am a student. I study English. Alright? 有可能有多一点的意思. Maybe we add some meaning. But it's the same thing here. I go to school or I walk to school. 是差不多一样的，但是 walk 有多的意思. There's a bit more meaning, right? How do I go to school? I walk. If I just say I go, 没有这个想法, right? Or I drive, I fly. I am going, I want to go, those also have a bit more meaning, right? If I say I go, 有可能是现在的, right? But I am going 是说是现在 right now 我在走路 right? I am going, I am walking. But I want to go. Do I go? 如果说 I want to go to school. Do I go to school? 有可能没有，有可能没有钱。Right? Maybe I don't have enough money. I want to go to school, but I can't. So there's a bit more. I went to school and I will go to school. 这里有一个问题，因为英文的过去式、现在式、未来式都是不一样的意思 right? 中文没有这个问题。In Chinese, you don't have this problem. So when you speak in Chinese, you can start talking, you know, 我去到学校, right? I go to school, 我是学生, whatever. And then time, 明天, 昨天, 今天, right? That's separate. You can put that at the beginning or at the end, but it's a different part. So 一个英文的问题是每个动词有这个时间的问题。Right? Every verb has this time in it. So that can make it hard. But that's why when we're speaking, we want to have different choices. If you can put the time at the beginning of the sentence. Today, I go to school. Then, even if you say, I went or I will go, right? It's today. But if you say, I went to school, 没有时间, right? We don't have a time. Do you mean this morning or yesterday? Right? So, when we have an idea like time, you can put that right at the beginning, and then people will understand better. Also, when you're listening, right? When you're listening, it's important to hear those tenses. I will go, I went. 它是重要的，要小心听，因为有很多的人没有会说什么时候 right? They just have the tense. 还是有今天的 Today I went to school. I said today I will go to school. 一样意思吗？ Today I went, 有可能是 this morning, right? Today I will go, maybe it's tonight. So, okay, arrive at school is also an important idea with this. If I say I go to, I drive to, I walk to, I fly to, right? They all have the whole trip. Here's my home, here's school, and what we're talking about is this whole thing. But a verb like arrive. Arrive 比较特别的 还有什么不一样的意思 ？How is that one different? Right? 都是家里到学校。所以呢 arrive. It's only this part. 没有家里的想法，没有家里的意思 right? We don't have the leaving part, we only have the end part. So when we use our words, we have all of these different ways to say it because we have different things that are important. 大部分他们都是一样的意思，但是每个有他自己的特别的想法 right? So when you want to speak, it's okay if you start with the wrong idea. But after you say something, then you still have time to fix it, right? You have time to make it better. I arrive. 如果我要说 the whole trip. I arrive at school after leaving from my house. 可以加这个东西 right? If you use the wrong time, I will go to school because I go to school every day. 意思说我是学生 right? I am a student, so I will go because I go every day, because I am a student, right? 这个都可以加。So when you're speaking, a large part of helping people to understand is explaining. 要多一点 and give more meaning. So we can practice that. Can you guys think of any topics you want to try? 有题目有主题要讨论吗？ Okay, let's go with something simple then. Talk about going to school, right? How do you go to school? You can talk about where you live and what you study, but go with this basic idea. Try to turn this into a story. Okay? A short story about you going to school. Okay, Mom? Just a kind of try. Okay? So, I'll give you a couple minutes. Don't write everything, but write down maybe a couple words you want to remember. 有2个3个4个句子就好了 Okay? Just again. So write down some ideas. 可以写一些上的一些字 And then you can tell us your story. Okay 吗？都了解吗？ Okay, just again. Try.